easily the most popular fort in South India. The Golkonda fort, just 11 kilometers from the city of Nizams, the city of pomegranates, the city of flyovers. This flyover that you see, it's going to be the longest expressway in the country, 11 kilometers long, head straight to the new international airport. We entered the fort from Balahisar, the eastern entrance. The huge iron spikes on the gate prevented it from being knocked down by elephants. Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah, the king who built the fort, was said to be an expert in physics, especially in acoustics. The sound system he created in Golconda fort has had experts wondering. If you clap at the entrance, it can be heard near the citadel, at the highest point of the fort, 400 feet high. That way, the king seated in his court was alerted of any attack on the fort. Some say the 24 diamond-shaped crests on the roof may be carrying sound, but nobody till date has been able to decipher how this magical sound system works.
Don't they say, speak softly, even the walls have ears? It all began here. The king and the queen lived on the first floor, and the relatives and sometimes the soldiers lived here. The walls have been so intelligently designed that even if you whisper, the voice goes right up to the first floor to the king and the queen.
Golconda gets its name from Telugu words Golkonda, which means shepherd's hill. Folklore has it that during the rule of the Kakatiya kings in the 10th century, a shepherd found an idol of goddess Kali atop the hill. So the kings built a temple and a mud fort around it. Later on, Ibrahim Quli rebuilt the fort, and what a grand renovation it must have been. Even the ruins are so royal.
This weight is 240 kg. That time, those people lifted this weight by one hand. He can join the king's army.
One hand?
One hand.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'll probably not even be a watchman in the king's army.
This is Rani Mahal, the Queen's palace. Each of these arches on the wall were apparently decorated with diamonds. After all, Golconda was the center of a flourishing diamond trade. The Kohinoor, the Hope Diamond are some of the famous ones excavated from these mines.
There are two ways to go up to the king's court. The king's way and the public way. The king's way is very short, but then it's very difficult. But what would the Raja know how difficult it was? He was carried on palanquins to his court. And as if that is not envious enough, there were 7-foot men who were carrying the palanquins from behind so that his palanquin was straight and not upward.
No enemy dared to attack the Golconda fort. Mughal King Aurangzeb made 2 attempts but failed. In 1687, he attacked again. This time, he was victorious because of support from one of the insiders. Betrayal ended the Qutub Shahi dynasty, but history lives on.